The Acolyte is finally here. The first 2 episodes have now aired. I know you've all been anticipating this show for some time. Your comments and ratings on the trailers have made that abundantly clear. Prepare to have your expectations subverted. Again. Prepare to have your biases as a fan challenged. Prepare yourself for more. You can't be prepared enough is what I'm saying. It's unpreparable. That's a word, right? Unpreparable? Just as the Star Wars franchise is practically unrepairable in all likelihood at this point. The episode opens on this planet. Why am I reviewing this? First of all, I can't do another terrible show again. Anyway, the episode opens on this planet in a bar. This lady in a mask picks a fight with Carrie-Anne Moss's character. She's a Jedi. And they fight for ages with Matrix-like moves as opposed to, typical Star Wars lightsaber-y combat. And so eventually, Carrie-Anne Moss's character asks her the dumbest question ever. So midway through this fight, she says, "What are you doing here?" After fighting each other for 5 minutes, she asks her what she's doing here. And the young woman says, "I'm here to kill you." And then they go back to fighting again. So already, this show is demonstrating how unbelievably amazing the writing is. And imagine, these 2 people are engaged in a brutal fight for ages. And then one of them says, "What are you doing here?" And the other responds, "I'm here to kill you." As if that wasn't painfully obvious already. Again, if I asked ChatGPT to write some dialogue during a Star Wars fight scene, I might get something slightly better than this. So Carrie-Anne Moss's character is named Master Indara, and she eventually pulls out her lightsaber, but it doesn't matter because she gets killed. So she's dead within the first 6 or 7 minutes of the episode, and that's that. I don't know, is she going to come back in a flashback or as a Force ghost or something? I don't know, I don't care. So anyway, later this lady is on the hull of a ship, or so we think it's the same lady, and she's repairing some damage on the outside of it, and a fire starts. So the flames are just behaving as if there's gravity, despite the fact that this should be a 0G fire. But anyway, whatever. I won't nitpick too much of the technical stuff like that. We've got much bigger fish to fry here. What immediately becomes clear is the focus on DEI on this show. DEI. Let's just say I was thinking of a drinking game when I was watching this. You could take a shot every time you see a white male. Just let me tell you right now, you will probably never get even remotely inebriated. So 2 Jedi come to see this lady, and it turns out she's actually a twin. So there's 2 of them. Obviously, both characters are played by the same actress, Amanda Stenberg, Osha and May. So immediately, I'm getting very Daj, Soji vibes from Picard Season 1. Anyway, she's blamed for the murder of Indara, but obviously it was the other twin who did it. So she's taken off on a prisoner transport ship, and then the action moves to the planet of Coruscant. And you can really see the DEI on display in the young Jedi training room with the children being given a class on the Force. I wonder what history is going to think of this particular era of television in the future, to be quite honest. So anyway, the prisoner transport ship runs into difficulties when one of the prisoners convinces the guard to disable the autopilot of the ship. So the prisoners escape with relative ease. Osha gets out as well. She crashes on a planet. And this guy is apparently her Jedi master, so he wants to give her the benefit of the doubt for the murder of Indara. So Osha starts to have these dreams of her young sister May. They were separated when they were very young. There was some big event that separated them. And she begins to realize her sister is still alive. So they find her on a planet, and she tells the guy that she didn't do it, and he believes her. And the episode ends with May, the other sister from the beginning of the episode. She's on some other planet. It kind of looks like Star Wars Island, Skellig Michael type thing, but maybe it's not. And there's some guy with a distorted voice and a helmet, and he starts talking about how the Jedi live in a dream, and you can't kill them with a weapon, and the Acolyte kills the dream or something. It's appallingly uninspired dialogue. So that was the first episode. I know the second episode has aired, but boy oh boy, this was so poor and lacking in fun, heart, imagination, intelligence. It's just dull and boring. And I'm getting, actually, when I was watching this, I was getting a serious Secret Invasion type vibe from this show after just one episode. I think The Acolyte could be to Star Wars what Secret Invasion was to the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Immensely paint by numbers storytelling in this episode. I can't recommend it highly enough. 5 stars. Oh boy. No, I won't be watching anymore. That's one and done, folks. One and done. I know I sometimes watch these shows, so you don't have to, but there are simply better and nicer films and TV shows for me to review, and I'm going to go and do that. The Acolyte is further proof that Star Wars is probably not in the best hands at the moment. Thank you very much for watching. Take care. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.